Hello everybody and welcome back to TheBossGolfs. I'm Charles Brown and I'm coming to talk to you today about my new favorite desert destination, and that is St. George, Utah, and the beautiful courses that are available there. If you combine Mesquite, Nevada and St. George, Utah, I think you have the best desert golf destination in America. Previous places that I've played have been Palm Desert in California, Phoenix, Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona, and Las Vegas itself. So while those are all great destinations, there's just something special about the jaw-dropping views, the unique courses, the beautiful conditions, and a lot of the challenge that's available in St. George, Utah and Mesquite, Nevada. The first destination from this trip is Sand Hollow, and for me, Sand Hollow is probably the anchor for any great St. George golf trip. You've probably seen the pictures, and you'll see from this video, there are some amazing cliffside holes that are mind-blowing on the back nine, but that should not depreciate away from the beautiful front nine golf course. While more of a typical design and away from the cliffs, it's a really fun desert course. And if you put it up against desert courses anywhere else, you'll be very satisfied. But when you get to the back nine, I think the stretch from 12 to 16 is something really special that you'll always remember, and plays really fun. I really appreciate everybody's support, and please take the time to subscribe, like, and comment below. As you can see, I love to reply back to comments if you looked at my other videos. So if you have any questions about these golf courses or the experiences there, please subscribe, like, and comment. Hollow is a golf resort destination. So the fairways are a little bit larger and the greens are not too difficult. The conditions are phenomenal. And with the red sand bunkers and the great mountainscapes in the back and the outcropping of rocks throughout the course, it is truly stunning 1 through 18. It's an experience that you'll definitely remember. The course also has a fun, family-friendly 9-hole links course plus a par 3 course. And I truly believe if they were to add maybe one more 18, that this would probably be one of the top golf destinations in America. The course is unbelievable in its design and the creativity put into it. They use the natural terrain and the rolling hills exceedingly well. It's definitely a fun experience. The staff makes it feel like it's a fun experience. And actually, the best food from this trip came from Sand Hollow. The next course from this trip was Entrada at Snow Canyon Country Club. And yes, it's a country club, and while it is private, they do offer golf access to a few condos that you're able to rent. And the condos are great, right on the course, very family friendly, or just if you're in town and you want to have access to this course, it is well worth it. The course is beautiful, great terrain, very fun membership, an experience you'll really appreciate. It's set inside of a residential community that you need gate access to enter into. The conditions are phenomenal. Recently redeveloped and redesigned by David McClay Kidd, who is personally one of my favorite designers, known for Gamble Sands and Bandon Dunes. He really made this course a lot of fun. Originally designed by Johnny Miller, members told me that it was a very difficult course prior, and I'm very happy that I got to have the Kidd experience throughout. There's several unique terrains throughout this course. So you have your standard desert terrain that you kind of all, if you've experienced the desert golf, you'll really know. But you also have black lava rocks for about 3 holes, which is just very unique to see this ancient rock sitting out and having the course designed around it. A lot of valleys, peaks, elevation changes. And while it's sitting in a residential community and there's homes, around a good majority of the homes, there seems to be a waterfall coming and going around most of the property. So you hear this beautiful water throughout. This is a really great experience that you really want to try to take in if you're in the area. Entrada at Snow Canyon is also widely considered to be one of the best courses in all of Utah, and an experience that if you really want to experience some great desert golf, you should make time for it. Rent a condo, or maybe you'll know a member, get out and play there. The conditions are phenomenal and the experience is great. The next course is the Ledges of St. George. This is a great addition course. I probably wouldn't say it's the anchor to an entire trip, but you definitely want to have it on your list when you're playing in St. George. Originally designed by Pete Dye's nephew, Matt Dye, it's set inside of a residential community. It's very fun. There's some very straightforward holes, and then there's some really jaw-dropping, unique design to the course, where you're shooting over a ravine, through a canyon, beautiful mountain views, a beautiful uphill par 5 that really leads into a great stretch of golf. I would say that this is really probably something that's more of a local's favorite that you'll want to add to your trip. ledges does have a lot of great ledges that you're playing around. But even when it works through the residential community, you really kind of work yourself into just a really nice course. Water features throughout, great course, good energy, a lot of fun, and a reasonable price, which is important on these golf trips. Definitely have it added to your list of courses in St. George. The last course from this trip is Wolf Creek, which is in Mesquite, Nevada. And as I said earlier, this is a really great trip and possibly the best desert trip you can have in the US, in my opinion, if you combine Mesquite, Nevada and their great courses, such as Wolf Creek, which I think is the anchor course there, and then a Conestoga or a Falcon Fire. And then you also combine an hour away the great courses that are in St. George, Utah, like Sand Hollow, Entrada, or the Ledges. But only an hour from Las Vegas, one of the best drives to me, very beautiful, is the drive out to Mesquite. I myself think that most of the good golf in Las Vegas is either too expensive or not epic enough to be worth the price you're paying. Mesquite, to me, is worth what you're paying. It's a visual experience I think all golfers should eventually have. I originally played Mesquite 10 years ago, almost 10 years to the day. And I thought that maybe it would lose some of its mystique since I've played a lot of great courses since then. And it doesn't. It is still visually beautiful and a actually difficult course. It has a lot of forced carries to angled greens, to angled fairways, and it really presents a challenge. You have to be able to know how you're going to shape your ball and where it's going to land and how that will affect where it rolls out. The course is in great condition, as all of these courses are, especially during the time of the year that I went, which is in September. And the courses are probably at their peak from September to about mid to late November, depending on how the year goes. And then after November, it gets a little chilly.
Saw something new in a familiar face. From out my window felt the same old pain. And I feel it every time he walks away from me. We went to Vegas. I watched the stars explode a million ways. And I knew that I would never feel the same. And I have never felt that way before or since. I wanna know that only you want. I wanna know that only one you're thinking. Everyone to know that you're the only one.
It feels like almost every hole is set in its own canyon, which means one, jaw-dropping, almost every hole feels like it's photo worthy. And then two, because it has so much dramatic elevation change and you're working your way up and down canyons, you have to drive your cart with the greatest of caution. And you'll notice that you sign a pretty serious waiver before you start the round.
There's something haunting me from outer space. Look at the sky, I see the same old face. He watches every single day I am away. We went to Vegas. I watched the stars explode a million ways. I knew that I would never feel the same. And I have never felt that way before or since. I wanna know that only you want. I wanna know that only one you're thinking. Everyone to know that you're the only one. I wanna know that you dream of me when I'm gone.
Mesquite itself is a great golf destination, but when you combine Mesquite and St. George, I think you're working in an area where you have some of the best desert golf with great elevation changes, unique designs, beautiful surroundings with gigantic, beautiful mountains at every turn. It's really an experience you want to take in. I will say, I have noticed that there's been a lot of development in both areas, and they're still developing. So you may want to try to get there in the next 2 to 3, 4, 5 years before maybe they possibly overdevelop and take away some of these beautiful views that are around all of these courses in St. George, Utah, and Mesquite, Nevada.